You're hearing me right. Your Chicago Blackhawks shut out the Utah Mammoth. This was definitely the most complete game by your Chicago Blackhawks today in Utah. Arvid Soderblom has his first career National Hockey League shutout after this one. And well, as I mentioned, this was the most complete game by your Chicago Blackhawks in this game. They looked great, especially with it being the second of a back-to-back for them after losing to the Colorado Avalanche 3-1 yesterday. They go into Utah and dismantle the Mammoth. This was a big victory for the Chicago Blackhawks. It ends a 3-game losing streak and now starts them off in the month of March on a win. This was a nice game. All complete game. They played well from start to finish. And Soderblom, a guy I honestly was starting to think will never get a shutout in his career, has his first ever National Hockey League shutout. And it comes over the Utah Mammoth. Yes, there were boos at Utah in the Delta Center. So it kind of fitting for them to be nicknamed Bootah with how the Boo Birds were out in Utah. This was a fun game. The Hawks played great. This was probably, in my opinion, the best game the Blackhawks have played in a long time in this season. I would probably put it up there as the most complete team effort win over this Mammoth team tonight. Face off, it wasn't that good. They went 33% at the dot, but the Hawks power play went 1 for 3, and Utah going 0 for 2. Shots per period, 13-8 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks in the first period, 9-10 in favor for Utah in the second, 6-4 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks in the third period. Total shots on goal, 28-22 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks. Again, power play is looking much better. It's generating. It's now on a goal streak. And the penalty kill continues to show it's still number 1 in the league, knocking on wood. This was a fun game. Soderblom getting a shutout, honestly, was not on my bingo card, especially with it being a second of a back-to-back. I was not expecting much out of this game. So let's get into it. First period of play, the Hawks come out playing strong, getting to the puck well, getting into the offensive zone, generating opportunities, getting some penalties called on Utah. Can't generate on the power play early. However, it then goes 4-on-4 for just about 30 seconds until the Hawks get to draw an extra power play to make it a 4-on-3 power play. Hawks decide to go 4 forwards on this 4-on-3. They don't generate much opportunities to score, and that was killed off. Keep going. The Hawks are battling hard, moving the puck well, get a late power play in the first period of play, and well, they capitalize on it. And at 19:05 in the first period, scored by number 86, the Olympian, Teuvo Teravainen. His first of the night, 11th of the season, assisted by number 59, Tyler Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi gets the puck up front of the net, gets it down to Teuvo, and Teuvo buries it past the Jmelka to make it a 1-0 game with just about 50 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Off the power play, the Hawks now go take that lead into the second period of play. in which the Mammoth start the second period of play on a power play. Hawks killed that off, and it was more so Utah controlling effort, getting opportunities, but Soderblom stood strong in the second period. Hawks get an offensive zone face-off midway through the second period of play, and at 11:38 in the second period, scored by the captain, number 17, Nick Foligno, unassisted, even though, frankly, Landon Slager should get credited with the assist for the pressure he puts on this to lead to the goal. Foligno gets his third of the season. Beautiful pressure by Slager, and off the face-off loss, Slager goes down behind the goal crease, get to the loose puck, causing some chaos, turnover to the slot. Nick Foligno picks it up, dangles Bamelka, and puts it in basically an empty net. Hawks lead 2-0. Then, 2 minutes later, same line comes out for another shift. And continuing with the pressure at 13:07 in the second period, scored by number 84, Landon Slager, his third of the season, assisted by number 11, Oliver Moore, and number 55, Artem Lechanov, to make it a 3-2 lead over the Utah Mammoth. This goal by Slags, he shoots it up high. I thought it was redirected at first by Foligno. No, it just knuckles in past Velmelka. Should be a one that Velmelka probably should have made a save on. He doesn't. Hawks now lead by 3, and they take a 3-0 lead into the third. Utah had a few more opportunities in the second period. Hawks were able to kill them off. Soderblom really wasn't facing much at all for high danger opportunities. It goes into the third period of play. So, thinking how this is, Utah's going to start pressing. And while they get an early power play, a weak penalty, frankly, by the refs to call, Louis Crevier goes to the box about 30 seconds into the first period by laying a hit on Keller, and Keller frankly dove, and he was already called earlier in this game for a diving embellishment, and that wasn't called that time around. But it doesn't matter. The Hawks go down the ice, and at 1:25 in the third period, scored by number 86, Teuvo Teravainen, his second of the night, 12th of the season, coming via shorthanded, assisted by number 72, Alex Vlasic, and number 5, Connor Murphy, to make it a 4-0 lead for your Chicago Blackhawks. Vlasic goes down the ice coast to coast after getting the puck from Murphy. He goes behind the goal line, loses the puck, gets it back, sends it right up to Teuvo, cutting in the slot, and Teuvo buries it. It's a 4-0 lead for your Blackhawks, and that ends up becoming the final. But Utah does get a few opportunities, and then it's lock it down and let's get this win for Sodi. The Hawks go down, play strong defensively, play strong offensively, getting a couple more opportunities to score. They did not, but they were able to hold Utah to 0 on the board. And after that table goal, I should mention, the boos were heavy in Utah, and the Hawks were able to really get in the heads of the Utah Mammoth, as Sean Jersey, with about 50 seconds left, goes to the locker room, gets a shower because he gets a 10-minute misconduct for throwing a tantrum against Jason Dickinson in the Hawks defensive zone. And well, Arvid Soderblom gets the horn, and the Hawks win it 4-0, and Soderblom gets his first career shutout in the National Hockey League. This was a big win by your Chicago Blackhawks. It was a great one because it ends a 3-game losing streak, and now we have to go to Dallas, which is going to be a tough one, with some momentum. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Congratulations, Nick Foligno, on goal number 250 and the first ever shutout to Arvid Soderblom.